million Americans have hypertension or high blood pressure. That's 1 in 3. Hypertension is known as a silent killer because it doesn't cause any pain, and it doesn't typically manifest with any physical symptoms. Today I'm going to talk to you about a little bit about what blood pressure is, how to measure your own blood pressure with a home blood pressure cuff using an ABC method, and how to document your findings for use at a doctor's visit. First, I want to talk to you about what is blood pressure. Blood pressure is the amount of force that your blood exerts on the inside of your blood vessels at any given time. The number on the top of your blood pressure reading is the level of force during a contraction of the heart. The bottom number is the level of force during or in between contractions when the heart is still. Consistent hypertension or elevated blood pressure can damage the inside of the blood vessels and harden them. Damage that can lead to actual bursting of them. When this occurs in the lungs, it's known as a pulmonary embolism, and when it occurs in the brain, it's known as a hemorrhagic stroke. If you have consistent low blood pressure, that can lead to extreme fatigue, fainting, or even death in the case of hypovolemic shock. Now that I've told you a little bit about what blood pressure is, I'm going to show you, with the help of Michael here, how to check your own blood pressure with a blood pressure cuff at home using an ABC method. A is assemble your supplies. B is to blow up or inflate the cuff. And C is collect your data written or displayed on the display of the cuff. Your supplies include a portable blood pressure cuff. These are available at virtually every drugstore. A pen and paper to document your findings. You need to ensure that the left wrist is bare and that the display will eventually be on the inside of the wrist. You slide the cuff over the wrist. You fasten it with the Velcro snug, but it shouldn't really be constricting. Are you okay there? You know what? It needs to be this way. You're going to blow up or inflate the cuff. The machine will beep. We need the hand about as high as the heart. While this is inflating and doing its calculations, I'd like to share with you 2 quotes related to blood pressure. The first is from the Harvard Health Letter, and it states, taking a blood pressure daily will make you more likely to work at improving your numbers. And the second is from the Center for Disease Control, and it states, accurate diagnosis and appropriate management of hypertension require multiple reliable pressure readings over time. Once the machine has completed its calculations, it will typically beep. Michael's blood pressure is still being worked on, and his current reading states 143 over 105, which to me appears to be quite high. In a case like that, I would immediately take a second blood pressure. For the sake of this demonstration, I'm not going to do that. Now that I've told you about what blood pressure is and how to take a blood pressure using a portable blood pressure cuff and an ABC method of assembling supplies, blowing up or inflating your blood pressure cuff, and calculating your findings, or collecting your findings, I should say, I'm going to talk about why it's important to go ahead and document those findings. I simply have a piece of paper that says blood pressure on the top. I'm not sure it's visible. The dates. Doctors recommend that you jot down the date and the time that you take your blood pressure and that you take it at the same time every day. Once you've done this for a period of time, a doctor can look at that and look for trends that are really good indicators of your overall cardiac health and possibly make you a candidate for use of antihypertensive medications. Today I've talked to you about blood pressure, what it is, how to take it using an ABC method, and why it's important to go ahead and document your findings. Did you have any questions?
What is the normal blood pressure?
Ideally, the CDC says 120 over 70, but there are very many factors affecting a blood pressure, a person's age, their level of hydration, and their cardiac status to begin with. But in the general population, they say 120/70. Yes?
Can you stand or sit and take your blood pressure? What's better?
That's a really good question, because blood pressure will fluctuate depending on the position of the body. You can do both, but you need to take those things into consideration. For a standard reading, I advise folks to just be sitting comfortably in their, in a kitchen chair or something of that nature. Thank you very much.